need a shift to a new system that will allow us to meet the basic needs of every human on the planet, that will live within planetary means, that will be fairer, and that will be focused as its key goal, not on growth per se, but on maximizing human well-being. And history tells us that a values shift is triggered by creation of a new story about how we want to live.
So the point here is exactly the last statement that was made, is what is the story that we're telling ourselves, and the story that we want to live. That's a key element in the structure of my presentation today. I want to cover the different basic fundamental needs of every human being, and then we'll see how it matches the different industries that are available. So of course, there's air, of course, we breathe every moment of our life, food, sleep, shelter, and reproduction. Those are, to me, the most important critical element. If a person has those, especially three, it can survive for a certain period of time. Okay, that's a survival mode, and of course, we want to continue the species. So very interesting is that the sixth, and I added the seventh one, industries that Mr. Fuller mentioned many years ago, we're talking half a century ago, are industries that have been, most of them, since the beginning of man, but it has developed, of course, in a different level. But all those are fundamental industries, and it just happened to be, those are the ones that keep energizing us our whole lives, and will energize humanity probably for life. I don't see when any one of them can go away. And so, and all that is based and tied together with technology. Technology has developed, has grown tremendously. As you know, I'm not teaching you anything with this one here, but the technology is what brings those elements together and being able to empower us to use it and to energize our society. And basically, the technology becomes, the connector, the tool, the enabler, the catalyst is the one the element that helps to grow all that element. And some of the energy, or not the energy, but technology I'll be sharing with you today, we'll talk about artificial intelligence, of course. We'll talk a bit about nanotechnology, and we'll talk a lot about research and development. So basically what I want to share with you here is the different aspect and market of technology right now. And some of this can come to surprise to you, but not really when you keep up with the information. So it used to be right in the middle. You see the consumer electronics at 16 billion, which is the value of the market now. Used to be the big thing. When we talk about high tech, we talk about technology, just about 20, 30 years ago, we were referring to consumer electronics. And now it's becoming such a very small portion of the industry, of the technology market. On-demand is the big player now. Well, on-demand is basically everything that people expect very quickly. That's what is on-demand. I'll share with you a bit more in a moment. E-commerce, it's a no-brainer. We all know about that. One other one that I'll mention, that I talk about, is fintech, because a lot of people don't quite understand that. But then, you can review this slide here. You're watching it, most of you doing the replay anyway, so you can just pause and take a better look at this slide. So what I want here to share is to talk a bit about the on-demand market, which is worth $178 billion right now. And I'm sure you'll recognize some of those businesses here that really empower us, whether it is, for service delivery, what is sharing, crowdsourced projects, et cetera, et cetera. So some of those projects like Uber, of course, Lyft, Airbnb, Jump, Limebike, Zipcar, Scoot, all those are, I'm sure many of you, all of you recognize at least a few of those. So that's what is on demand. This thing that people want now, they want something as soon as possible. They want to have either food, or they want to have something, a gift, a pair of shoes, or whatever. They want it now. They don't want it next week, next month.
With technology, always it cannot be on the top. It can only be an enabler supporting all the things. You absolutely said about Amazon. Today there was a news in Amazon. I don't know how many of you have seen it. Amazon, the giant, as far as the e-commerce is concerned, they have come out with a new model called as Amazon Pay Later. You can get the product, pay next month, or even pay in installments. Why is it so? This is a business model innovation to ensure that their legitimacy, the positioning is being perfectly all right when compared with all other e-commerce platforms. So this is what the shrewdness or the real thing of any businessman, to get into that particular situation and just have a reloading or a revamp of his business.